Thing is... Do the little pop-out chat and pop it over here. Might give people a moment to start arriving. As I decompress from the roller coaster ride of a different video game I've been playing today, and get into something that's comparatively a little more light-hearted. Right, chapter 5. We were free, jelly beans. Helped Ifran find his lost cat and say goodbye to a coping mechanism. Jala growing as a person. Are we going to backslide into bad habits and old flames? Yeah, this seems like this is going to be not healthy for us, X. So that's going to be interesting. Hey, Warm Annie. How you doing today? Look. We have more recipes to cook. I think we're on top of them for now. Yeah, we've got 3 stars on everything. What was that face on one of them? Oh, that's who you're going to be doing the cooking with. I see. Hey, Cyborg Girl. The Suitors are going fairly well. We're about to meet, I think, the only one we haven't actually met yet, who the chapter is implying is like a real not good for us ex. Warm Annie says, I just signed a contract to buy a townhouse. I'm a bundle of nerves. Congratulations, and also, yeah, that's totally understandable to be a bundle of nerves. Hey, Echo, how are you? Yeah, before we progress, let's follow up with some of the exes that we're on better terms with. You always type in full sentences. Ifran says, should I not do that? I need you to help me with something. I'm a bit busy, but Machan needs some stuff. He's waiting for you at the diner. He'll give you the details. Yeah, I hadn't really engaged with these, but I guess there's little side quests I can be doing. Oh, for those of you who were around on Wednesday's stream, I can now tell you at least one of the things that I was doing mid-stream on Wednesday. I mentioned that I'd received an email, and I was like, I gotta pay attention to this and whether it's important at this moment or not. That would be the email that ended up being today's episode, like bonus episode of accessibility, about EA making a bunch more accessibility patents available royalty-free, and some of their software available open source for accessibility stuff. That came in during the stream, and I was like, I gotta check whether this is important, because if it is, I gotta make an additional AA by Friday. That's what Wednesdays I got an email. I need to pay attention to this was about. I still have my cough is still persisting, but otherwise I'm doing better today. Oh, it's the dog we're meeting.
Is he talking to us?
We walked right up to him. Who else would he be talking to?
Okay, there's a difference between a dog barking because you approach it.
Oh, I have a new mug today. It is gloriously neon pink. I wanted to get one of these last time I went to this event, but I now have a neon pink Fist Club mug, which is a wonderful queer wrestling event in London, that I now have a mug that is it's just covered in gays, largely gay ladies wrestling each other on a very pink mug, which I'm very excited to have in my possession now. Hey, Alicatraz, I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. I spent a bunch of today binging through In Stars and Time, I think it's called, which I'm like 20 hours deep into it, and I think it might be a front runner for my game of the year, and I definitely need to stream at least some of it once Thirsty Suitors is out of the way, because I need people to understand how fucking incredible that game is.
And active attempts at cross-species communication. Don't give us that look.
That dog is clearly trying to communicate with us.
Oh, he has a note, Jala. Please fetch a secret item from Loops. A skate key from Auntie Chandra.
That's fair. It's In Stars and Time is one of those games that the more time I've put into it, the more it's gotten its hooks in me. It does some really... It admittedly starts a little slow, but it does some really fucking special stuff that I'm glad I stuck with it for.
And my lost ball. Where is my ball? Please help find ball. I mean, it's written like Machan, but that's Irfan's handwriting.
Can Irfan speak to animals?
Okay. Sorry, Machan. No more distractions.
Okay, I'm not going to worry too much about that side quest for now, to do errands for the dog. Now we are gonna... I think this is also where we can find our next ex. We gotta find... Are they here? Go to Loops. I feel like Loops somewhere around here. Oh, is that the missing ball? No grinding the rail.
How did this...
Okay, yeah, if I find the ball, I might as well grab it. I think the other thing needed for the dog was over here. I might be wrong.
Jala, amazing you're here. I'm bored to tears. Got any hot gossip for your favorite auntie?
Sorry, I'm on a mission. I need a skate key for Irfan.
Ooh, doing favors for exes, are we?
I'm just platonically atoning for past sins. There's nothing else to read into.
You really expect me to believe nothing is going on with you and Sir Valiant? Oh, Irfan, here's the key to my heart.
Aha.
Fine, don't, but I'll find out. Okay, let's take a look at your board, Hunter.
Ooh, we have more design options. I might as well get these. I have nothing else really to be spending on right now. Okay, where is Loops? Is Loops the place we got the junk food from? Is that Loops? I don't know the names of these buildings well enough. Oh yeah, it is there.
Welcome to Loops. Except you're not actually welcome because you are Soundy's nemesis. Thusly, I'm sworn to hate you.
Great. Can I get the Manny Chew toy? I don't see the rest of the dog stuff.
I think the person with the very tall haircut and the red shorts in the background, I think, is our next ex.
My manager said I'm not supposed to sell those. They've been discontinued.
Wow, I didn't know you were so in love with the law.
How dare
I'm
you?
basing off silhouettes,
only
but I
one
think
love,
that silhouette
and it's
was
as
one of
ephemeral
them.
and everlasting as the north wind. Besides, I heard of a guy who lost an eye from illicit dog toys.
What's that?
Fine, I'll allow it. But don't get any funny ideas.
Maybe not. Maybe this was just stuff for the dog quest. Okay.
Indeed.
Okay, yeah, that is the X.
I'm not in the...
Okay. I'll go return the stuff for the dog quest, but I know where we find the next X now then. Which I think this is the only X we hadn't previously met. Because I assume it's them, and then it's only really Tyler we've got to sort our stuff out with. Yeah, tonight's stream of this might end up being the last Thirsty Suitors stream we do. It might just be a week of streams.
I'd run these errands myself, but Shahrukh sure keeps me busy. Anyway, you're looking radiant as usual. How's your mom?
You know, You two always end up asking me about how the other. If you want to talk,
I mean, if Dad can befriend Sergio.
If I've learned anything working with animals, it's that patience and positivity is key. Aunties are not so different.
Irfan.
Joking around about elders? There might be hope for him yet.
Hooray, we have a slightly better friendship with that ex, because we helped get some stuff for the dog. Okay, let's go meet the ex. Let's go meet what I assume is going to be real macho jock, terrible decisions
Indeed.
guy. Like, of all the exes we've met so far, I've not even seen this one's face, and I'm already, like, he's already the ex I would most assume is currently, like, doing a little bit of cocaine. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting before he's even turned around, is, like, he'll turn around and have to, like, cover one nostril and sniff because there's a little bit of white around the nose.
I'm not in the right headspace right now.
No, I am. I can do this. Let's
I've been waiting.
face this ex.
Want to get in the back of my pickup and drive till no one knows our names?
I don't think I was a million miles off on this vibe.
We'll have the stars for a blanket and put fresh s'mores on a portable grill.
Okay, not as aggressive as I anticipated. I didn't expect him to have, like, romanticized hippie energy, but...
I've heard that one before. Still up to the same old tricks after all these years?
Right, Echo, it was almost smooth.
Your pretense of boredom would be more convincing if you weren't undressing him with your eyes. Do I have to remind you how running off with Bruno the summer of junior year ended?
Oh, you actually ran off with this ex, huh?
He gave you that smile, promised you the earth, and ditched you 3 towns over.
Yes, big romanticized ideals, but doesn't actually want to commit to the ideas. It's like, I wanna do the big grand gesture. I don't want to have to commit to the consequences of the big grand gesture.
Dad had to come pick you up. I've never trusted you the same way again.
I'm not expecting everything to be the same, Jala. I've changed. You've changed.
Okay, he's sounding almost, like, mature at this moment.
Bruno.
Hear me out, baby. We could be so
He's saying the
sweet
right
together.
things, but that's not necessarily a sign that he's actually reliable. Okay, let's boss fight. Let's get a vibe of where he's at. Sorry, wasn't prepared for the trio of Space Power Rangers. Bruno. Jala fell for Bruno's sweet promises once and ended up ghosted. Now he's back and buffer than ever. Damn. Ooh.
Go back in town to take responsibility? Don't you know where that road leads?
I gotta dig in this soundtrack.
To a boring office job being exploited by the man. Settling down, applying for a mortgage.
It really sounds like you're trying to neg me into, like, throwing away any sense of stability for you. Like, you can be exciting and have stability. Those two don't have to be mutually exclusive.
Home ownership in this economy?
Can you really see yourself doing laundry and taxes for the rest of your life? Letting your dreams wither into distant memories?
Yeah, but you're making it seem like the only option to avoid that is you. Like, you're not trying to encourage that because you think it's what's best for me. It's because you want the answer to be you.
Do you really want to settle for an ordinary life?
Excuse me, but surely it's easier to live your dreams if you also do your laundry and taxes. Not to be like an immigrant stereotype, but don't you want a job you're good at? A house, a goddamn dog, even? I'm not afraid I'll ever be ordinary.
Ooh, the average Tedsy. Thank you very much for the 39 months of sub. How you doing?
Kinda sounds like you are, though.
I'm not a poser. You take that back.
I'm curious what the personality of these other two Bruno Power Rangers is gonna be, because, like, I'm guessing it's, like, 3 facets to his personality. It's, like, the sweet-talking phase, the running away and then the why did you think I cared or something. Like, I feel like it's going to be, like, the multiple facets of that relationship as different people. Echo says, was that an Everything Everywhere All at Once reference? Entirely possible. Who can say?
Jala?
Oh yeah, I suppose, yeah, laundry and taxes. Yeah, I suppose.
Every one of the promises I break, I believe them completely when I make them.
Yeah, this... Hey, as someone who had a parent who was summed up by this fucking sentence, just because you believe the promises you make when you make them doesn't undo the harm done when you ultimately, routinely, reliably, regularly fail to keep them. Tara, I am sorry to hear. Tara in the Twitch chat says, I'm feeling bummed. I built up the courage to book a dentist appointment. Called the cab 45 minutes ahead of time. They took too long. Dentist called me, had to rebook. That sucks. As someone that really struggles to book appointments for looking after my physical, corporeal form, yeah, it sucks when you finally get over that mental hurdle and then it doesn't happen anyway. I understand that struggle.
I want to be the son my parents think I am. I could be him. He's a part of me.
He's a part of you, but he's not all of you, and you want to simultaneously be all the things.
Yeah, a part he plays. It's not the same thing.
Maybe with you, I could change. Stop being so afraid.
Yeah, that change can't come from I'm dating the right person now. I'm sorting my shit out. You gotta sort your shit out for you. You gotta be able to sort your shit out in a degree of vacuum.
There's more to me, Jala. I just need someone to give me a reason.
Yeah, that's codependent. Like, that's not a healthy level of dependence. I can be a better person, but I need you to allow me to do that.
Are you really serious about that?
Of course, baby. You can be my compass.
Oh no, I didn't mean...
What if I really can change him?
No, Jala, I didn't click that thinking you'd want to change him. I thought it was I believe in you and your ability to just do it by yourself. Although I suppose I see why that wasn't what that meant.
Are you even listening to yourself? He's appealing to your ego, and you're falling for the con.
I didn't think... I misunderstood
I need
that
someone like
dialogue
you to
choice,
help me,
but...
Jala.
I believe in you. I always have.
Oh, Jala. These are Bruno's contradictory inner selves. They're his shields against true
Okay,
self-reflection. You have to shatter his illusions of himself before you can take him down.
Got it. Time to crack.
Okay, so we can't attack the middle version. It has no weaknesses right now. Let's start with this one. Heartless, I think, would work on this one. He says he very sincerely believes the promises he makes when he makes them, which I feel like that's prime real estate for inflicting heartbroken.
You pretend you're Bruno's voice of reason, but I think you like that he doesn't listen to you.
Yeah, called it. Okay. Let's get that early damage. How much of a chunk did that take
I know
off?
I wasn't the best boyfriend, but we had an adventure. I know you still remember.
What I remember is Jala finding out that Bruno's entire life is built on an elaborate lie. His parents back home in Malaysia sent him here to get an MBA. Bruno dropped out without telling.
Ooh.
His road-tripping lifestyle? Paid for by the tuition checks he's been cashing.
For one knife's edge, heart-pounding, dizzying moment, we were free, jelly beans.
You've got to have a stable plan for freedom, sir.
Right now, you look like you're caught in a trap. I could be your way out.
Yeah. That... You are... Of all the exes, you're the one that right now I feel the least like you could be redeemed into a person that I could see Jala ending up with.
I'm trying to be a better person. Face up to my mistakes. Live with the consequences.
You always were such a martyr. Can't you see you're just chaining yourself to the past?
Not all of us find it easy to live with hurting people.
Oh, yeah. Hurting yourself is way healthier. At least my way is fun.
Hurting other people rather than myself, at least it's fun.
Paint a picture for you.
Fuck,
Beautiful
Bruno.
collage of future memories. So close, all you have to do is reach out and touch. The Santa Ana wind in your hair, the California coast turning gold in the sunset. The radio's playing our favorite song, and it's like we can be young forever.
She can't, though.
You and me against the universe.
Like, look, Bruno, if you were like 14 saying this, I'd be like, yeah, I understand where you're completely oblivious to the realities of existence idealism comes from, and how that would be a successful tactic for trying to get someone to date you, but like, you're how old's Jala? I think like 23, I think we heard, so like, presumably Bruno's 23. Yeah, you need, you can't do this, sir. Tara, the bear being my sister's fiance is currently my big front-running theory. Because there's got to be something that gets the sister into the plot and explains who the bear is and why they're relevant, and that seems like the most obvious connection. I had wondered if it was going to be one of the exes, but I'm pretty sure, having now met Bruno, we've met all the exes.
Why stay where you're clearly not wanted? We could just get in my truck and go.
Look, I'm not gonna say I haven't at points in my life been tempted by the idea of just fucking get in a car and drive and leave life behind. But I've also lived enough life to know that that is not a healthy urge that you should follow, and that, you know, it's a thought that if you're having, you should probably like go to therapy and go, how do I sort my life out so I don't feel the desire to just like fucking get on a plane to another country and change my name and live somewhere off the grid. You gotta work out why that feeling's living somewhere. Okay, this was the first one who was talking. You were the one making the promises. You were like telling us life was. Okay, this first one was telling. Candyman was telling us our life was too boring. We were gonna be laundry and taxes. So I think impressive taunt might work. Like, actually, we do have quite a cool life that's not just laundry and taxes. I'm not convinced this will work.
I'm the creep, he's the drip. Hey!
Okay, yeah, no.
She got me. You will never. Oh my god. Bro, go on without me. Never look back. You hear me? I regret nothing. It was.
Oh no, I did inflict him with a status. I got impressed on him. Okay, yeah. Which means I am opened up for jaw dropper. Okay, yeah, no, I called it. Oh, I gotta practice that that button combo. I don't use the impressed taunt very often. One I have minimal experience with. Okay, so I need to. Why not? I feel like I was pressing the right button there. I'm clearly doing something kind of wrong with that button prompt.
Remember the Oregon coast? Tillamook Creamery? That night on the beach?
You said you'd write, call, stay in contact, all those things. But here we are.
I'll make up for it. Promise. Just give me a chance.
You could start by apologizing for the first time you did it, rather than being like, yeah, but we could try again and I won't do that this time. I'm not getting those Y button press prompts. Right, okay, come on. I just can't get that QTE. Okay, I need to get...
This is the spring of our lives, Jala.
I've got impressed on me. Can I... I'm gonna try one more time to get Jaw Dropper off before impressed. Passes. Okay. Ah, okay. Okay, I can sort of mash through that.
You have to admit,
And a whole lot of history.
I was never much good at history.
Echo says, dude, isn't your whole thing promising things and not following through? Making more promises isn't exactly going to make you seem more trustworthy. Yeah, but that's the thing. He's not thinking long term. It's, yeah, but maybe I'll tell you I've changed. And this time, like, the thing I'm promising you sounds really good. And this time it'll be real, I swear. Just, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna need Auntie Chandra to get the impressed status effect off me. There we go.
I'm gonna whisk you away like you secretly wanted.
That's called kidnapping, Bruno.
Okay, I've got to work out one other status effect that's going to work on Candyman. Thinks my life's going to be really boring. Shocking? I feel like shocking would work. Might be the other one.
Gross.
Oh. No, not shocking. I need to stop button mashing. I've been playing a little time loop adventure and have been getting used to button mashing through certain dialogues. Thirsty Taunt?
You'll have to give me a tour of your new tattoo sometime.
Anytime you like, baby.
Okay. That's cool, and that means we can use a different QTE that I am better at. That's a better QTE. Sir, are you licking the torsos of your other selves?
Ew. Ew. I would like to unsee that, please.
I really thought he was going for the nipples there. I really thought he was gonna go tongue on nipple.
Why are you breaking my heart into pieces, Jala? All I want is to be sweet to you.
I never had much of a sweet tooth. All the sugar gives me a toothache.
My hench bros sacrifice themselves for me. For us. So you can see how far I'm willing to go for you. Why look before you leap? Why keep questioning? What's the worst that could happen if you just take a chance on me?
No good relationship has ever started with the question, what's the worst that could happen? That's not a good start. That's not a good place to start. Right. Heartless Taunt?
Do you ever think your obsession with me might be a symptom of a bigger problem?
It's not a disease to like someone, Jala. I made a lot of mistakes, okay? My family put so much pressure on me. You gotta prove you're better than all your cousins, my dad said. You have to justify my marriage to your mother. Being around you made me realize what a charade my life was. Maybe part of me wanted to mess up your perfect image to your parents. Prove to myself you were just like me.
Ooh. I really expected every other ex we've had these conversations with. You've had the sort of reveal of like why they are the way they are, and they've then tried to be like. There's been a degree of like, okay, maybe your heart wasn't in the. You didn't do the best way, but I understand how you got where you were. No, you were just trying to fuck me up because you felt bad about yourself and you wanted to believe I was a fuck up too. Like, I'm sorry your parents put that much pressure on you, but, like, that does not fucking excuse I'm gonna try and destroy someone else's life so I feel better about myself. But Bruno is the most fucking irredeemable of the exes we have thus far seen.
You're pretending to be a whole different person to your parents, Bruno. Asian family pressure. I get it, okay? I really do. But maybe you should try telling them the truth. You can end the charade before the final curtain comes down.
I don't want to talk about them.
Oh, I think you hit a nerve.
What are you so afraid of? That they'll be disappointed if they knew the truth? That they'll stop loving you?
I said I don't want to talk about my parents.
Oh, would using the mum summon be effective here?
Can't break me down, Jala. I'm more than just a
I feel
son
like
of
the
my
mum
moms.
summon would be really effective here.
Oh, but they are such impressive parts.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the mom summon. We know he's got parental issues. I think this might.
Why does this always happen to me?
Oh, that was a very effective mom summon.
Everyone in this town wants something from you, apart from me. I just want to set you free.
I mean, you do want something from Jala. You want Jala to be the to act as your permission to go off and like throw your life away and like go off and be carefree, because someone else went along with it. Therefore, there's someone else you can blame when it all goes poorly. Like, you don't wanna do that journey unless you can take someone down with you.
I learned my lesson about free rides with you. Stop giving.
You're the one who can't stop staring at my abs.
I'm not staring at your abs. I'm staring at your biceps.
Thirsty Taunt didn't work either. Interesting. This is the first of the exes in a while that I have struggled to
I bet your dad hugs you and tells you he's proud of you.
get a good
even when he
read on
isn't.
how to break them.
God damn it.
I guess raging. He's really he's angry that I
There
had.
should be a picture of you in the dictionary next to bad idea.
No, he's just. Have I picked literally all of the emotional taunts I could have, other than the 2 correct ones?
I come with free snacks. How many of your other prospective dates can say that?
You
Again.
think you can get out of anything with a smile and a little charm, don't you?
Is it working?
Okay, yeah, I just totally misread him. Okay.
Why are you trying to take responsibility for everyone else's feelings? What's so wrong with doing what you want? All your other exes want you to explain yourself. They want answers. I don't. I just want you, as you are, right now.
Yeah, just without any of the, desire to have a stable life. If you could, like, chuck out all of the desire for stability, I want you just as you are. Just that one itty-bitty change. Just, like, be willing to throw away everything.
I wanted you to run away with me again, because going back to the past is safer than facing the future.
Yeah.
I've been running in circles a long time, trying to pretend this game will last forever. But I guess you can't outrun the future. Even the past can sneak up on you, if you're not careful. So what happens now, for you and me?
How about we try being friends instead of solutions to each other's problems?
Why not? I'll try anything once. I'll be in touch, Jelly Beans.
Look, he admitted some issues. He recognized why he's doing the bad thing. We can have a conversation with him. Oh. Yeah, Bruno is Bruno is the least redeemable of the exes thus far. Okay. It's really just Tyler left, I think, now, isn't it?
Guys, we're missing one. Where's Bruno?
He left town. Alone.
Huh. Yeah, I don't think we've met the person on the very left either. Because I had thought that was Bruno, but I guess not, no.
How do you know this information?
So much for Bruno's master plan.
Huh.
No, seriously. I'm mildly concerned that Sergio is stalking all of us.
Yeah, and Deal we haven't met. I assumed Bruno was the last because there were no more spots up the top bar. But yeah, I suppose we've got Andeal and then
He really just
Tyler.
left town? Without even saying goodbye to us?
I'm just taking a healthy interest in my rivals. It's just good sense.
Leaving town is kinda what he does.
I'm not the only one hearing this, am I? Hello?
Sergio's been a creep since grade school. What's new?
What's new is that I'm in the blast radius of his creepiness. Also, I'm not a rival. I barely even count as an ex.
You and Sergio have that in common.
Wow. Wow.
I caught you practicing clever lines to devastate Jala in the mirror yesterday.
Friendship code violation.
Friends don't let friends lie to themselves, babe. Enjoy your little confrontation, Andale. Don't come crying to me when it all goes up in flames.
Andale. I'd pronounced it Andeal, but Andale makes more sense. That is a word I have heard before.
I heard you had a run-in with that boy Bruno today.
Yeah.
And you're still here and not 3 towns over. That's a win.
On a scale of dormant volcano to full-on Chernobyl, how freaked out is Mom?
Closer to a natural disaster than a nuclear meltdown. I'd still wait till the first responders clear the area.
Are you first responders in this scenario?
Nope. Half a bottle of Chardonnay and a tube of cookie dough. Works at least half the time.
Can I just cuddle up here with you tonight?
Of course, Jala Banana. I'll put something on you can fall asleep to.
So, like, basically everything you like to watch?
Oof, ouch. A direct hit straight to the heart.
This dad is so lovely.
Kidding! Kidding.
There's something just very wholesome about the falling asleep on the sofa and dad carrying her up to bed. Anyway, chapter 6, you're still a mess of contradictions. Jala managed to resist Bruno's sweet temptations, a victory for the home team. On the downside, those goddamn skate punk kids tattled on Jala. To Auntie C, uncool. We do have new recipes in a second. You're the literal worst. I never want to hear from you again. Lose my digits. Sorry, had to wrestle the phone out of Aisha's hands. She's such a prankster. This is Ifram, by the way, for real this time. Sorry again, she's still pretty upset with you. Would you mind talking to her? I'll try. What have we got that's new to cook in here? Let's get the mum recipe out the way first, because
there's rice soaking.
We'll get the viciously harsh comments out the way, and then we'll make the recipe with Dad so we can have some nice comments to bring us back to health.
What about it? We're having biryani for dinner. Lamb or chicken?
Look closer. It's parboiled rice, not basmati. We're going to make uttapam. They are thicker than dosas and topped with onions and green chilies. I might as well teach you the method while you're here. Start by washing your hands. Very good. The first step is to grind the rice and then grind the urad dal. Every house has its own proportion, and you just have to get a feel for the consistency of the batter.
I hate it when I have to use my judgment. I always second guess myself.
You think we were all born with good instincts? Well, maybe some people are, but most of us develop them with experience. It took me 10 years to perfect my dosa batter.
That's not intimidating at all.
Less chit-chat, more grinding. I've already given you too many compliments today. Tyler always loved my uttapams.
Does she not come over anymore?
No, she does. I've talked to her a lot more than I've talked to you these last 3 years.
Yeah, I bet you don't talk to her quite as viciously as you talk to me, I would imagine.
Just because you broke up doesn't mean I can forget. She's like a daughter to me.
Amma.
Forget it. Mix the rice batter and the dal batter together till they combine, and set it aside to ferment overnight. I have some leftover idli batter you can practice on. What else do you expect, Jal? I suppose I should be glad that Tyler does still come over despite everything. But it doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm saying anything.
What is it?
No, it's nothing.
When Amma says it's nothing, it's definitely something.
Time to chop up the onions, coriander, and green chilies. Let's keep it simple today.
Tell me your
Suddenly
secrets, mother.
I knew you had my cooking genes. It's Tyler's mother. Do you know, she hasn't spoken to me since you left home.
But you and Auntie Anissa and Auntie C used to hang out all the time. She made you laugh. Like, out loud.
It's true. We didn't even know Amma could make sounds like that. It was 30% sweet and 70% terrifying, which is kind of the entire brown auntie vibe.
I'm a mother too, Jala. How can I blame her? If Tyler had been the one to break your heart, you think I wouldn't do the same thing?
We were so entangled. Our relationship involved so many other people. My family, hers, everyone at school. It was too much.
Love is entanglement, Jala. It spills over. It's messy.
I didn't know, Ma.
We've barely spoken in years. How would you know? Anyway, let's not just stand around. Mix all the chopped up ingredients into a bowl and add a pinch of salt.
Well, maybe if you had conversations that weren't just, how long are you going to be here, my absolute waste of a child? You know, maybe these conversations would happen.
Eve, what am I saying? Add some oil to the pan and light the stove.
Don't you think we should talk about this some more?
I said what I had to say. It's done.
Spoiler alert, it's not done.
Amma.
Come on, it's lighting a stove, Jala, not...
Okay. Fine, I'll light the thing.
You won't completely embarrass me in front of Party. If you really want to do something useful, you could hurry up and have it out with your sister.
Jala's trying.
You two are really giving me so much stress. Why can't you talk to each other?
What if we do talk, but she doesn't forgive me?
So you're both avoiding each other, just for different reasons. I didn't raise my daughter to be a coward, Jala.
The reigning guilt trip champion of Timber Hill.
Could you sound a little less excited about my emotional damage?
But it's so fun to watch. You know, when it's not happening to me.
Ooh.
I'll just add some water to the batter then.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Well, that's what they say in basket. The pan's hot. All right. Let's fry the uttapams. Pour a ladleful of batter into the center of the pan and add the toppings after a minute or two. Once the base is nice and brown, flip it without breaking it apart.
Ah, like those Italian chefs tossing pizza dough.
No, like a Tamil woman flipping an uttapam. It's quite simple. Just don't fling it to the ceiling or drop it on the floor. Think you can manage?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna do super fry. I'm gonna get fancy with it.
Good.
Oh, let's look at another tasty looking. Look at that delicious looking meal. Look at that delicious food. Got 30. I got 36 mother approval points.
Your ancestors won't have to hide their faces in shame.
So it's good.
Don't get overconfident. You've managed it this time, but can you turn it out perfectly every
Right,
time?
it looks so good. That just looks like bread with nice flavor, like nice little flavor chunks in it.
Ha! So it's really
Just good fried
Really?
flavor bread.
Ah, fine.
Right, and we've got one more cooking to do. This one's with Dad, so it should be a little more pleasant.
Ah, this is one that Ahmed taught me. Makhlube. It's actually a funny story. Aruni wanted to bring him to dinner, and so we invited him over.
Hey, oldie badger.
But he insisted that he cook for us the first time we meet.
Wow. That is confident.
It's certainly a bold move, but it was so delicious. I would have married him myself. Ahmed was convinced this was the best way to introduce himself, so Aruni insisted.
You know what? I have a lot of respect for, like, the knowledge that Dad at one point in the past was homophobic and didn't know how to deal with his feelings around, like, having a lesbian sister. And he's now at the point where he can comfortably be like, oh yeah, no, we invited this man round and he made food and it was so delicious I'd have married him without reservation. Like, there's not a hint of the no homo in this man. He's like, no, I got my shit out of the way. I'm not afraid to admit I would marry this man for the food he made.
I can see it clearly made the intended impact on you.
If Ahmed was looking to impress, he was very successful. It was a showstopper. And now he comes over to cook for us once a month. I'm his sous chef.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know.
Oh, Paditua. I know it's tough, but listen, I got to know Ahmed
That's the
through
thing. He loves
so
his
maybe you will too.
bisexual disaster daughter, his lesbian skate sister, and their sort of adopted-ish into the family non-binary kid that got their heart broken, but like it's fine, don't worry. You can still come round and chat with us.
Wash your hands and let's start.
He's just collecting his little disaster gaze now, and I respect that.
Fine. You know, the first time we met, Ahmed walked in behind Aruni, a bouquet in one hand and a bag of ingredients in the other. Considering how quickly he and Aruni got serious, your Amma and I had.
Oh, Ahmed is the person that our sister's marrying. Okay. Yeah, I think that's who's in the bear outfit would be my guess. Yeah, that's the fiance. Fiance, that's the word for someone's gonna marry.
One of those weird, intense, obsessive types. Poor Aruni.
Careful, your bloodthirst is showing.
On the contrary, Ahmed welcomed us to watch him cook. Insisted we sit down though. No working for us, but it was like a cooking show where we were the audience. Very entertaining.
I really hope that he's not the bear cult leader, because he actually sounds quite nice, and it sounds like our sister has found quite a genuinely nice man. And I really hope that because I'm hoping to reconcile with the sister, and I'm really hoping like we don't reconcile with the sister and then go, oh my god, your husband's running a fucking like queer child abducting bear cult. Because, like, that's just gonna lead to us having to fuck that whole relationship up the second we fix it.
He even tossed pieces of cauliflower to us. I caught one in my mouth. Oh, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
Oh, that's it. He's gonna be the one in the bear outfit, isn't it? I'm not ready for that to be the case.
Maybe Ahmed and Sergio can fight to the death to decide who gets to be Dad's son he never had.
I've already made some rice. Go put it in some water to soak.
Okay.
Where's the handheld camcorder?
What's next?
I summon fire. Could you light the stove, please?
Oh, Dad would totally play D&D if invited.
Incredible, bodydoers. Now we can build our base of flavor by searing our lamb shoulder.
Oh yeah, Saint Nobody. There is a skate park that has a man in a bear outfit who. He says he's just trying to save the skate park, but it really seems like he's preying on, like, vulnerable queer youth and, like, brainwashing them into being warriors in his cult so that he can get the mayor kicked out. He can get the mayor to not run for office next year so that he can become mayor by making the mayor's daughter be one of the cult members, and like, hey, if you want your daughter unindoctrinated from this cult, if you want to like deprogrammed, fucking step down from the election. This game's wild.
It's my personal favorite part of the lamb. Meaty, fatty goodness.
Amma said Ahmed reminded her of Irfan.
Ahmed is certainly respectful of elders and a very dutiful partner, but not shy like Irfan is. He's actually quite the jokester. As something of a comedy connoisseur, I found it quite amusing. He's teaching me to juggle onions.
Like an aromatic birthday clown.
That's why this recipe was really a clever choice. Sharing this recipe made us feel like family immediately.
Funny how you're always missing from these fun family bonding stories. It's almost like Ahmed is more family than you?
Cyborg Girl in the Twitch chat says juggling is kind of like bear skateboarding. I didn't say it, but I did have that thought. I was like, juggling onions is in the same category as skateboarding while dressed as a bear, and I can't justify... Actually, no, I can justify that. They're both slightly weird takes on what would otherwise be very normal circus activities. I make my case. Well, Saint Nobody, the game is mostly eating and flirting. It's just occasionally skateboard cult. Just a little skateboard cult as a treat.
The student has become the master.
Yieldy Badger, I did get your email. I've given it a read. I have not had time to give it a proper response. I wanted to like not rush responding to it, and I ended up having to make an additional episode of accessibility between Wednesday night stream and this afternoon. I had to wedge an extra episode of accessibility and it got in the way. But I have seen your email and I will get back to it. And the short version, I don't think you have anything you need to worry about. I will respond in a lot more detail, but I think you're good. I'll get back to you.
You want to know anything else about Ahmed? I have no secrets. I'm an open book.
You really have no doubts at all. You trust irony with him?
Do you trust him with her? Who knows? Maybe your viciousness is a predetermined genetic drive. Maybe he's doomed.
I trust Aruni, so I must believe in her trust in him. I equally believe that if he turned out to be trouble, she'd reach out to us, like you did, Jala. Like you're doing now.
Hooray, Dad! Thank you for encouraging the behavior you want to see of being proud of the fact your daughter came to you when she was struggling at a time where she needed support, and not being like Mum, who is disincentivizing the very thing she allegedly wants. Hey, Zegra.
It's hard to ignore you when you're being sensible.
You never had issues in the past.
Eventually this cough will shift. DLC lamb skateboarding when? I mean, we can skateboard as most characters we've met so far. I'm pretty sure we could go skateboarding as Dad if we chose to. I think that's an option.
It's looking good. Just needs a stir now and then until all nice and brothy.
As do we all in life. Eh, Padidua. Was that what you were gonna say, Dad?
That was pretty close, yes.
Okay, next time we gotta go skateboarding, I'll see if we can skateboard as Dad. I'll add a DLC for Cult of the Lamb to add skateboarding. I would play that. I would very much enjoy that. Oh.
Nice effort, kiddo. Now, how about you give your best try on this vegetable fry?
Dad, I might accidentally faceplant into this hot oil.
Okay. Like 3 steps left. Gotta actually pay attention to the QTEs. Gotta get that 3-star rating.
What a pro! You know, Ahmed started taking Aruni to Debke classes.
Yazika in the Twitch chat says, I'd be a great cult leader. I wouldn't tell people what to do, wouldn't take folks' money or insist they need to believe what I believe. It'd be great. I think what you've invented there, Yazika, is just a hippie commune. I think a cult without any of the cult is... you've just invented a commune.
At first, it was just for the wedding, but she's really enjoying it. He brings out another side to Aruni. She laughs more. It's good to see as a parent.
I'm worried that Ahmed may have a preconceived bias against me based on the current circumstances.
Are you worried his judgment will be biased?
I'm sure.
Why? How?
Let's go. This is going to be our big place to score points to get over that 3-star. While we're on eat mode.
Are you a witch, Jala? Because that was magic!
Her exes...
With this dish, you'll only find out if you succeeded after you've layered all the ingredients and flipped them after cooking.
Yeah, so Saint Nobody in the Twitch chat is discussing the news about the new Cult of the Lamb update. Saint Nobody says, Cult of the Lamb got like 100,000 more Twitter followers by promising to add sex to the game if they hit a follower threshold by the end of the year. And now other indie games are tweeting about adding sex if you follow them as well. Yeah, but like not every game is Cult of the Lamb. Like Cult of the Lamb, you do a tweet saying we'll add sex if 100,000 of you follow us on Twitter, and people will go, yeah, Cult of the Lamb will do it. There's a lot of games I've seen doing this week, and I'm like, you're not actually going to add sex, though, are you?
Ahmed said this is where the name comes from. Maklube means upside down. He was so nervous that first time, poor boy.
So, how did it go? Did it come out okay?
You are such a wannabe goody-goody. I know deep down you think someone else winning means you losing.
He layered it carefully. He set it to sit on the stove to cook together, and when it was finished, he came in with the pot, flipped it to reveal mush. His eyes glazed over. I thought he was going to pass out after building up so much anticipation for us. But then he says, this will be the most delicious mush you'll ever taste. And he was right.
Oh, look, a lot of games could have sex mechanics. A lot of games are not willing to take a chance on sex mechanics.
You keep cooking like that, and you'll surpass me soon enough.
Ooh, fancy. Yeah, a lot of games have very bad sex mechanics.
Ah, Jala. The rice isn't soggy, the vegetables are crisp, the meat is so tender. I'm going to stop.
Yes!
Aha! We made a better one than the fiance. Ours wasn't mush. So much about this game's presentation is really charming. Okay. Bruno wants to catch up. Okay. Have a chat with Aisha. Okay, we're going to the skate park. Which means I can see who we can skate as. I will find out our skate options. Who can we skate as? We can skate as Jala, the dog. We could skate as the tiger. We could skate as Dad. Bruno battle outfit. Ifran, Dia. Skate as Mom. Cece, Donato, Salma, Theo. Who do we fancy skating as? I'm kind of thinking Dad. I think it might be... I think we might start with Skate Dad. Other skaters may occur. We're going to do a little Skate Dad. That's a pretty good skateboarder, honestly. He's not bad. Hey, what's up, Aisha? Oh, we're doing another battle.
Irfan owes me big time for agreeing to meet you.
Maybe it'll be a good thing for us to spend time together.
Yeah, we get on like ammonia and bleach.
Let's start over.
Whatever! I hate this, I hate you, and let's get it over with already so I can meet Cece for pizza.
I don't like the fact that it's been made canon that we are literally beating these kids up. I thought this was all in the mindscape. I thought this was like how in Like a Dragon, Ichiban isn't actually doing turn-based battles, he's just imagining turn-based battles. Okay, okay, none of the status effects are going to be effective, so we're just going to need to brute force it, I guess. Ooh, you are invincible?
Okay. You are on a skateboard. You're going 100 miles per hour. You realize there's a rail you have to nose grind ahead of you. But there are 5 people tied to the rail. You can turn right, avoiding them, but there's a single skater there, and you'll kill them instantly.
Oh, you're making me do the fucking trolley problem.
What do?
This is a trick question. The trolley problem doesn't have a right answer.
Trolley problem? Never heard of it. Are you avoiding the question?
Everyone knows the trolley problem. You're messing with me.
Womp womp. That's the sound of your time running out, loser. You should be studied. For real.
This is impossible. Can I just throw a basketball at her?
I don't think you can brute force this one.
Indeed.
You have to use your responses to expose Aisha's weaknesses. Okay.
Look, if she sees you taking this seriously, she might too.
Okay, Jerkarutna. I'll give you one nobody could get wrong. When was Timber Hills founded?
I don't want to get this wrong. I kind of want to Google the answer. I don't want to fuck up. Is there like an actual answer to this question? What's this game called again? It's Thirsty. No walkthroughs or anything. Yeah, my gut... Look, this is in America, which means it's got to be in the 18-somethings. 1267... It... Not been long enough for white people to show up and start going, here's all our white people names for everything. The British haven't come and fucked it up yet.
1862.
Wrong! It's 1858, obviously. God, just like you to not know the most basic thing.
How many people casually know their town's founding date? What kind of teenager are you?
Hmm.
Okay, you are on a skateboard. You're going. You realize there's a rail. You can turn right, avoiding them, but there's a single. What do?
I'd hunt down the person responsible for putting me in that position. This is clearly a setup. I need to find the sadistic weirdo at any cost and make them pay.
You're saying the right thing at least. I don't trust you to have the fortitude to follow through, though.
Okay, the solution to the trolley problem, according to this teenager, is you ignore the problem entirely. It's not your fault whether the one or the many get hit. You go find Jigsaw and go, I don't like that you set up a trolley problem.
I won't let you get past me. My purpose is to keep everyone safe from parasites like you.
Hey, looks like you got it. Her emotional walls are down.
Indeed.
Okay. I see. Artist Synth, have a good night. The oldie badger, I'm sorry you're having sound repeating issues. I hope that's not happening for anyone else. Tynenwolf says, Jigsaw did the trolley problem, confirmed. I mean, it seems like the kind of thing that Jigsaw would do. Jigsaw's all about, ooh, you gotta choose who's gonna live and who's gonna die, and that's gonna tell me something about whether you care about life or whatever.
You consider yourself a legend of some sort. I don't know why.
I never called myself that.
Anyway, if you're not a poser, you'll have no problem answering this. What is a skater's greatest pride?
I feel like the right answer to this is bruises. And I'm coming to this from a roller derby perspective, but I know in roller derby, your bruises are your pride.
Whiffing hard and getting absolute battle scars.
Phew!
Wouldn't most people say bailing is a bad thing?
Those people, it's the best part. The camaraderie you feel exchanging stories, showing
Yeah.
bruises. Surviving, smiling, getting back up, your filmer cheers. It's the heart of skating.
My favorite thing about roller derby was the bruises. I once came home with an almost black purple, like a purple almost black bruise on my inner thigh that was very clearly an entire boot print with like the metal strip down the middle and 4 individual wheels, where like I'd been knocked down by one of the blockers in the wall, and like I'm guessing in hindsight I guess it was the other team's jammer just like landed a boot while trying to get over me, but yeah, it was an entire very clear boot impression with like multiple distinct bits, and I was like, oh, that's fucking great. It was in a spot where I couldn't easily show it off to people, but I was so proud of it.
I actually agree. I still don't like you, but I can respect your prior dedication to anarchy.
Yes, I'm glad the answer translates. I was like, I know for roller derby that's the answer, but I had to assume it was any other wheeled sort of rebellious wheeled sport.
Okay, last one.
I'm doing better than you thought, aren't I?
Your brother brings home a girl, and she starts hanging around for a bit. Your dad loves her, your brother loves her. She's the kind of effortless badass you want to be when you grow up.
Oh shit. Okay, we're getting to the heart of this. You looked up to me and I hurt your brother, and that's why you hate me, because, like, never meet your role models, because it's gonna hurt all the hell more when the person you look up to sucks. Okay, you know what, I was maybe a bit harsh when I was like, hey, I hurt your brother, I didn't hurt you, it's not on you. I like this.
But then, your dad gets sick. The worst period of your life hits you and your brother, and she vanishes. Now, every time you see her, you are so goddamn mad. What do you do?
Yeah, definitely not these first two answers. They would be totally the wrong answers, Chandler. I couldn't have known. Yeah, you could have known. You could have thought it through, asked, you know. I couldn't have been any help. They've both told you that, like, you being there would have been helpful. I can't make it up to you enough is at least acknowledging I am a fuck up and I wish I could make it better, the harm I did.
I don't want to make excuses.
You could try.
I think you deserve more than my words anyway.
So, you're giving up?
No, I'm committing.
You should be committed. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna be there for you, Aisha. I'll be your nemesis, your skate coach, your auntie, whatever you need. I'll be there for you.
Ew! I didn't expect you to actually understand.
Didn't think that was gonna work. Okay, we pulled it off. Okay, that went okay.
Feel good.
Say
never.
Oh.
All these years, I've wanted to fight you. Now that I've got you, I'm gonna take my time.
Go.
Got too distracted imagining the look on your face.
I like that this game has taken as much time as it has to focus on damaged relationships that aren't explicitly just the ones with the exes. That, like, hey, there was collateral damage to a lot of your fucked up romantic choices as a teen. And that those are equally important relationships to work through.
So I want you to set that speed.
I'll admit that your presence bothers me less. It's like exposure therapy or something. Like a mold.
Guess you really grew on her.
Maybe Cece and I will see you around the body shop or whatever. But don't hover. Like, we want our space too, obviously.
Of course, Aisha.
That was actually quite nice. Now, time for me to skate dad my way back. Ooh, underlay. Meet in front of the body shop. Yeah, there is, like, zero canon explanation as to why suddenly I am dad at the skate park. And why it seems to be dad answering the messages, but it's fun to... Those backflips are great. Okay, we'll swap back to Jala for now, but we might skate as the dog next time. Ooh! A cyborg girl in the Twitch chat says, I just published a zine about wheelchair joy I've been working on for like 2 years. Fucking congrats! I love me a good published bit of work about joy from people who are assumed not to be joyous about their situation. That's a thing I am a big fan of. Hell yeah. Sometimes you do need to write a corrective. Sometimes you need to go, hey, I know that society says I'm supposed to be miserable about my situation, but I want to be happy about shit to do with me. I love those. Is there a way that people who might not be in the local area to you can check out this zine? Is there a way that it can be seen? Because that sounds pretty fucking rad.
You want to dance with me? All right. Meet me at the dance floor. I'm not expecting much, though.
Oh, not what I was intending to do, but I guess that's what we're doing now. We're doing a dance contest? Oh, it's up on itch. Oh, cool.
You really think you could keep up?
Okay, yeah, presumably that'll be okay. Yeah, you can check it out. There's a link in the Twitch chat. Wheelchairs are a beautiful marvel of technology. They're mech suits, cybernetic enhancements. They are machines that we join with in a nourishing symbiotic relationship. They are not prisons. Wheelchairs are liberation. They are freedom. They are a walk in the park. They are the sunlight on my face after years in dark tunnels. There is so little media about the joy that wheelchairs bring, how powerfully they transform our lives. That's why I'm writing the scene. Not for abled people, but for someone like me who once hated and feared the thing that would make me whole again. It's a zine of over 4,000 words on the liberating fucking miracle that are wheelchairs, including the rhythm of wheels on pavement, the gender euphoria of being short for the first time, summoning a bus using arcane gestures, living with a cat as a wheelchair user, reclaiming a cyberpunk for cyborgs, abled derangement syndrome. Heck, that sounds super cool, and I'm gonna try and make some time to check that out. I love me a good joy anthology.
Cause I don't slow down for beginners.
I gotta give that a share when I've given it a read.
If anything, you'll guide me, right?
What are you, one of the Cubs? All right, enough chit chat.
Okay, I can do the weird dance minigame. Even if it does feel like I'm suddenly in a Yakuza game out of nowhere.
Careful with your knees. We might be foes, but I do respect my elders.
I was breaking hearts, taking names, and striking fear into the souls of Timberhill's aunties while you were... Even if I gave you a couple of years, you'd still never catch up to me. That's pure talent, baby.
Uh-huh. So are we doing this, or are we doing this?
I want to set this dance floor ablaze. I never do half-stepping.
Fine. I want it on the record that I'm only doing this because I love this song. The fact that not even your ceaseless yammering can ruin my vibe right now, a testament to how good it is.
Okay, I can do this. I feel like I'm doing alright here. Almost up to that 5 stars.
Huh. Where's that fire when you skate?
Yeah.
Watch it now. If Dia hears we're getting along, she might get the wrong idea and then eat me alive. And not in the fun way.
Skater to skater. What's fun without the element of danger?
Ha.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, Zigra, I appreciate that this isn't making me do A, B, X, and Y all at once. I think I only really had A and B and the 4 directions, which wasn't too bad. But yes, I've been swapping back and forth between Xbox and Nintendo button layouts all week for work, and my brain is doing its best to remember what's what. Okay. Underlay. Okay, let's do this. Okay.
I've been marinating on what to say to me for years. Better to just get it over with.
Yeah, we really are cracking through these late game exes.
I'm short on time, so forgive me if I skip the meaningless small talk and speak directly.
Okay.
I've got the talent search I'm organizing and judging. I've got deadlines. I've got bills. I've got social obligations.
Okay, then you don't need to be here, sir.
I wouldn't disturb my peace confronting you if not for Tyler's well-being.
Oh, I get it. You're the only one who has Tyler's best interests at heart, unlike me.
Let's give them some credit. They did also humble brag about how booked and busy and important they are.
You make people feel special. You gas them up so much they don't realize they've been completely isolated. I'm here to make sure you never rope Tyler into that cycle of torment again.
I mean, Yazigra, Nintendo set their mark on ABXY. Were they the current way around on the Super Nintendo? Because if so, it would be Xbox that went, no, we disagree. If they were the Xbox way around on the SNES, then Nintendo's responsible for not committing to their old standards. Right, Underlay, they're only here as Tyler's best friend. Thank you very much. Their beef with Jala totally isn't personal, babe.
Andale moved to America from South Africa in junior year, just after Jala and Tyler had one of their more dramatic breakups. The entire class ended up taking sides. As the new kid without any idea of the complicated history between them, Andale became a battleground in their romantic rivalry.
You started confiding in me about your relationship with Tyler, getting my sympathy, making me believe your version. I thought Tyler was a monster, and I fell for you.
Ooh.
Forget the false pretenses of our brief relationship. You stole years of friendship with Tyler from me. That's what I can't forgive.
Do you really need me to admit that I was jealous of you two so you can crow about it?
This isn't some petty argument. I thought you understood me. It was transformative meeting you.
Can I just say, I love the face paint design and how that meshes with his outfit and the multiple sort of like clashing different patterns and textures going on. Like everything about Underlay's design is really fun. Yeah, Tynan Wolf, I assume that it's being pronounced the way it is to be like the Spanish word for hurry up. That was my assumption.
That's before I realized that you weren't actually interested in me. You just wanted to get between me and Tyler. I don't need resolution from you. I don't think you can actually change. The one thing I do know, your cruelty has no bounds.
Okay. I feel like rage taunt's gonna work really well on you.
Yeah, you really.
Oh no, he doesn't have spots for. He doesn't have open spots, which means that he probably can't be affected by taunts. Yeah, he doesn't have any taunt availability spots. Huh.
You almost cost me.
Oh, I hadn't noticed the skirt.
In my life. I can't forgive you for that.
I couldn't have known how close you two would become. I don't have future vision.
See, two's company, but three's a crowd. It's why I don't have a co-host.
Yeah, that whole outfit's great. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna go for brute force attempt at damage and
you struggle against your
not
culture,
worry about
but
the
I embrace
stats.
the support mine gives. You are trapped. You are lost. That's why you jump from one relationship to the next. Why you lie, cheat, evade. You're searching for something in other people that you should be looking for in yourself.
It is too early in the day to be read for filth like this. Maybe even too early in the year.
They could have at least had the decency to get us drunk beforehand.
I'm not returning cruelty for cruelty, Jala, even though it would be entirely justified. I pity you.
I mean, I think you are returning cruelty for cruelty. I think you're being cruel because you think you have permission to be cruel.
Your ancestors are turning over in their graves. Mine are standing shoulder to shoulder with me, making me stronger.
Looks like Andale's so mad at you, they're having a personality crisis.
Ooh.
I mean, it's obvious Andale replaced you as Tyler's best friend the moment you left town. But don't you think they're being a little overprotective for just a friend?
So, are you and Tyler, like, together?
Seriously, Jala? Unlike you, I can care about someone without trying to sleep with them. You'd love it if I lost my cool like everyone else, wouldn't you? I refuse to let you get under my skin.
Yeah, except I can get under your skin because you now have... You have taunt... You have boxes for taunts.
Indeed.
Yeah, name change and splashback damage. Okay, yeah, I can... Yeah, let's go for that rage taunt again. I still think it's the one that's gonna work.
About? You got Tyler in the end, and I'm the one left on the outside.
No, not affected by rage taunt. Okay. Heartbroken? Oh, okay, I'm gonna need to summon Auntie Chandra.
Auntie!
Oh, skim. That should break us out of our little funk.
Even just asking you to care about other people is too much for you.
Yeah, Yieldy Badger suggests thirsty maybe since we're we're insisting there's not something there. Maybe. I'm gonna follow my instinct and go for I'm gonna try Heartless. Thirsty is a wildcard suggestion, but I'm up for going for that next.
So, are we still pretending this fight is about Tyler, or are we over that little fiction?
Tyler's the only reason I'm even entertaining this ridiculous...
So, persisting in the delusion. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, he wants to pretend it's all about Tyler, but he's actually upset because we broke his heart. Yeah, cool, I see. Also, the blue and yellow color scheme works so nicely together.
I'm the model child, a pillar of support for my family, an icon in my industry, helping my community thrive. I'll carry it all without a complaint. Unlike you, Jala.
It sounds like you wish you could complain. That's what it sounds like. You envy the fact that that you're allowed, that someone else is allowed to complain about their situation.
I don't want to make changes to my body, and I know what I'm shaped like. What people assume when they look at me. When people say non-binary, they think of someone petite, non-threatening.
Oh.
Me.
Oh. Oh, I fucking see what this is. It's not just you robbed me of years of friendship with the person who's now my best friend. It's you robbed me of friendship with the non-binary person at school, through whom I could have met someone else that understood my experience and could have helped me with what I was going through. But you poisoned the well and made me not communicate with not only the person who'd end up being my bestie, but the other non-binary person at school that I could have had some solidarity with, and instead I had to struggle solo with being a masculine non-binary person not being taken seriously. Ooh, the Scaff, thank you for recommending a game. I will try and make some time to check it out at some point.
Sometimes I think, why try so hard to fight the inevitable? Maybe if I conformed, I would be recognized.
Yeah.
Understood.
I don't want to change my body to... I shouldn't have to change my body to be recognized as non-binary. I should be able to have the body I have, but maybe conforming either by dropping the non-binary identity or by changing my body to fit more what is seen as non-binary would make things easier. Yeah, this is very real. Look, this game is really good at, like... the thing I think this game's writing does really well is you think you have a grip on what the connection between two people is, and there'll be just that one additional layer of, oh, that's so much more nuanced and textured than it was initially presented. Like, they're really good at dropping really interesting layers of, look, neither person's great in this situation, but, like, there's layers to what feelings were going on.
You could try to cut off parts of yourself to fit people's expectations, but where does it end? Would you even be you anymore?
What do you know about what it's like to be perceived in a way that's completely different to how you feel? You know, I used to wonder if the reason you and Tyler could live so audaciously is because you're so American. You come from a culture of the future, always thinking about who you could be, not who you must carry within you. You had the privilege of being anything you wanted without question, and you chose to be the worst. You know, it's so funny how when we met, I was doing really bad, and you were just the queen of everything. But now I'm successful, sexy, and financially covering my parents, while you're crashing at home and everyone hates you. So funny.
You're
girl.
insecure. You are super insecure. Like, that's at the heart of this, is you felt so nothing and so inadequate that you are now external validation's the only way you feel okay.
You seem like you're trying really hard to convince me you're doing great.
Kind of with hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't know, Andale. I'm getting the distinct feeling you're not as secure as you cling to. In fact, I'd say this little performance of yours reeks of insecurity.
Maybe a few top notes of desperation?
You know what? Fine. Maybe my culture can't handle me. Maybe my family won't ever be able to understand me. Forget them. My real family is the friends who never judge me and never pressure me. If my heritage hurts, why bother? Leave it behind. Throw me in that melting pot and put on the lid, baby.
No, you can have both. It's certainly not going to be easy. God, I've been re-listening to Gender Euphoria because I did the audiobook and that came out last week. Hey, check out the audiobook of Gender Euphoria. Plug. Underlay's whole story here reminds me of, specifically, there is a chapter in Gender Euphoria, The Gates of Jannar, that is a story about someone dealing with balancing their transition and their religious and cultural beliefs, and I'm like, I need to just take that very good story someone else wrote that I was able to publish and be like, Underlay, you need this one. You shouldn't have to give up either of those, but it's understandable why you would feel like that's the only choices. Right, so new things. Heartless Taunt.
Yeah, I was thoughtless in high school. Newsflash, we were all teenagers. Thoughtlessness is practically in the job description.
Okay, not affected. Angry Taunt?
Wait, what just happened there?
What always happens when kids break from a traditional upbringing? Chaos. Their attack is making them vulnerable too.
I can definitely relate.
No, really.
Indeed.
Okay. Okay, rage will currently be effective. That's good.
Are you really growing, Andale? Or are you just torturing yourself for not being perfect?
Okay, that gives us a moment to get some damage in. Not long, but we can get some damage in. Yeah, this is gonna be a long boss fight. Oh, I really don't feel like I'm ready emotionally for whatever the deal with the Tyler breakup is.
God, you make everything such a melodrama, and not even the fun kind. You act like you're in a Lifetime movie. Go to a party and stop trying to find your truth, weirdo.
Okay. Shocking taunt.
You knew.
Oh. I missed that. Was that you knew I was lying about Tyler? And I need to not button mash.
Don't you dare pity me. I'm telling you I'm better than you. You hurting me changed me for the better.
Not everything needs to be some great narrative of overcoming adversity. I hurt you. It was shitty. We could just but Andale. I don't think you have any idea who you really are. You're just bouncing from one extreme to the next.
Ouch.
Fine. The truth is, I'm a mess. I'm scared of being disconnected, but the idea that my family and community might reject me hurts more.
Izigra, I thought about using the video record button, but I think I mashed past it fast enough that even if I rewatched it, I don't think I'd be able to pause it fast enough to actually see the text box. I think I skipped past it faster than it showed all its text.
I'm all over the place.
But yes, I usually make use of that if I
I only
fuck
tell
up.
my friends funny stories. I'm afraid I'm gonna be found out as a fraud in my industry every single day.
Big mood, hi.
I'm beyond boundaries, but am I beyond understanding? I don't want to compromise who I am. I contain multitudes, feminine and masculine, South African and American. I'm all of these things, and yet defined by none of them alone.
Hell yeah.
God, it feels so good to just say that all out loud. I feel...
Wait. Did we just accidentally give our opponent a pep talk?
No, it didn't come across as condescending at all, Izigra. It's all good.
I've spent a lot of time not being able to stand being myself. I kept looking for someone else to validate me.
Hey, an urgent need to seek external validation is a really common response to being made to feel like who you inherently are sucks. It's a common trajectory.
But now I know. I'm the only one.
Andale I do like. I think Andale is much, much more interesting than Bruno was. Okay, so we're not going to get any successful thing on him now. Let's...
Jealousy is not a good look on you, Andale.
Oh, no, I needed to get Chandra, Auntie C in. Okay, that's fine.
I'm adaptable, resilient, rooted, and I promise you this. It won't be
Like, Andale's clearly got some issues, but, like, is working through them in a healthy way, and, you know, I think the issues are understandable.
Andale, you're gonna cave in on yourself if you don't let go.
There's no can, only will. I outrank you in will, power, and willpower.
Oh, I need you to stop inflicting statuses on me. I've not tried summoning the cult leader bear in yet. Oh, I don't like that. Oh.
I meet so many people, none of them see me. All of them see the parts they want.
Yeah, because you're presenting a very slim part of yourself out into the world in order to get external validation. That's just kind of...
you were someone I could be whole with. What a disappointment.
Okay.
My skills were forged by real struggle, not the kind that coddled middle-class kids like you give themselves to be interesting.
Underlay. Other people can also have problems who aren't you. You don't need... I'm feeling sympathetic to you. You don't need to pull the I'm the only one who has problems, your problems are fake routine. Like, that's unneeded. Okay, this is getting rough.
My skills, not the kind that coddle.
Okay. Fuck it. Summon Mom. We can probably manage this.
Your mother? This is not playing fair.
That'll do. Yes, it's when you move from...
You know what, Andale?
Yeah.
I'm happy you and Tyler are friends. You've been a better friend to her than I have. Hard as that is to admit.
I think the problem with Andalay's comment there was it moved from I have been hurt and I need us to address that into I am the most hurt and no one else gets to feel like they've had a hard time. Like those... It's not a big step between them, but they are very different things to convey.
I'm sorry that what I did to you two got in the way of that. It was selfish. It was stupid. I know you don't owe me anything, but I really am trying to be better.
I feel like these two could be legitimately good friends.
I hope you can give me a chance to prove that.
I have to admit, this conversation has made me realize I have myself a little less figured out than I thought.
Yeah.
For now, I'll reserve judgment.
Send me a text if you ever want to talk.
It might just be Tyler left now. And any side quests we want to do. I might call it for the night soon. And come back on Monday to do what would probably be the final stream of this. I imagine we've probably not got more than one more stream of this to go. I feel like there's an awkward amount of the game left right now where it's probably too much for me to finish it on stream tonight. But if I go too much longer tonight, it's not going to fill a stream on Monday. I feel like we're getting to that amount of game left.
By my count, you've confronted all your exes. Apart from Tyler by now. Unless there are others I don't know about, which should be fine, of course.
It's like ripping off a band-aid. You have to do it quickly and all at once.
Before you even feel the sting.
Oh yes, speed is what's called for when dealing with long buried emotional trauma.
I still have no idea what to say to Tyler. If she even wants to resolve.
I mean, you gotta talk to your sister as well.
Think of it this way. No matter what you say or don't say, it can't get much worse between you, can it?
Wow, that was cold. I didn't think the old man had it in him.
I don't think he's trying to be cold. I think he's trying to be optimistic.
What I mean is,
Yeah.
you've come this far. And with Tyler, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do more of the side quest content, particularly or not. Chapter 7, I guess Jala is our only hope. Underlay read Jala for filth before they reconciled. She deserved it. Speaking of uneasy truces, Jala just finishing battling all of Soundy's cub leaders. Did she get through to the skate punks? Oh yeah, we gotta finish the skate punk quest. How many new recipes do we have? It's just the one. Oh, we can at least do... Where's that one have a star on it? Okay, I've gotta recook the fish fry. Yeah, you know what? We'll stick around a little longer. We'll
Bunny chow? Really?
We'll do the cooking and see where we're
You
at.
haven't asked for those in years. Not since high school, from my memory.
Uh-oh, she's getting suspicious.
Is this really for you, Jala?
I wanted to make some for Andale. It's funny, I've made it so many times, but I've forgotten how.
What's funny, Jala, is how little I remember about this Andale person. You aren't involving me in some scheme, are you?
Does everything have to be an interrogation of my moral character?
This house is a kangaroo court, Your Honor.
Very well, Jala. Between Aruni's wedding, Bati's imminent arrival, and you... I don't have the time or
Oh
energy
god, our
for it.
grandmother's gonna show up at some point
I'll
still,
teach
isn't
you.
she?
Come on.
That was too easy. I bet she was already.
Start by washing your hands.
I'm gonna super wash my hands. I'm gonna wash my hands so much, you're gonna be so proud of me, Mum. I'm gonna do spins, barrel rolls, and flips.
Do not underestimate the challenge of this recipe, Jala. Chop the garlic and ginger finely.
Yes, Chekhov's grandma has been threatening to turn up since, like, 20 minutes into the game.
Got it. You're not done yet. You'll need to cut the potatoes and lamb into cubes, too.
You know, on second thought, maybe I'll just buy Andale a snack from the store.
The effort is what conveys your sincerity, Jala.
I'll just start dicing the onion.
Okay, regular chop.
Good. Stop trying to look pathetic. If you really need a break, I can take over.
This feels like a trap.
So? What? Should I take over?
No, I'm not tired. I'm fine. I got it.
Wow, she sounded downright approving.
You'll need to get comfortable doing this often, Jala. Taking care of a family is hard work.
Ah, your hypothetical offspring have been officially invoked.
I really need to focus on this chopping in silence, Amma.
Ah.
I knew you had my cooking G.
Finally.
Oh no, Grandma was the cult there the whole time.
All right. Light the stove and heat up some vegetable oil in a pan with a good bottom.
She said bottom.
Get your mind out of the gutter, Jala.
She said good bottom.
She said bottom.
Like working with a child.
Look, it's much like watching the Great British Bake Off. You are legally obligated to chuckle every time they say soggy bottom.
I really am an incredible teacher. Start by browning ginger, garlic, and onion. Don't step away or get distracted, Jala, or it'll burn and taste horrible.
Whatever you say, Ma.
I'm taking time out of my day to give you good advice, madam. The least
Oh,
you
you
can
threw
do
out
is
the
be
word
respectful.
madam.
Uh-oh. I can see your eyebrows furrowing and...
Sorry.
Just stir before this meal is utterly ruined.
Oh, yikes.
Well, I finally remembered Andale.
Oh no.
They're Tyler's best friend, aren't they? Oh, Jala, did you really try and get between them?
Maybe I was a little jealous, and maybe I didn't handle it well.
Maybe.
Maybe. When it comes to Tyler, even though you're a smart girl, you're emotionally stupid. When it comes to love, your judgment goes out the window. It's not.
When have you ever won challenging Mom directly like this? You have to learn to act weak, Jala.
Is it so hard for you to trust that I've changed?
Jala, you've only been home a few days. You think what we went through the last 3 years can just evaporate?
No, but I feel like you are assuming that that things can't have changed or improved is going to put Jala off of ever coming back to you, like, willingly. This is not how you encourage your daughter to make you a part of her life going forward. This is not how you do it.
If you want my trust, you'll have to earn it back. Slowly.
Yeah, and if you want your daughter to trust you, you're gonna have to earn that slowly, you know, not just telling her she's terrible every 2 minutes.
Okay. Yes.
It's time to add the lamb to the masala mix.
Yes, Ma.
You won't complete. Finally, we hollow out a loaf of bread to stir, pour, and serve the bunny chow in.
You made the bread as well?
You could if you don't care what your food tastes like. I just like things to be done correctly.
I like to imagine that all of these, like, wild, elaborate flips and spins are happening literally, canonically. Because it makes the fact that Mum will not give us a single fucking compliment so much more hilarious. If you're literally cooking this beautiful, delicious meal while doing backflips and she's like, I'm not impressed.
I think you could hand this plate to anyone with pride. It's quite competent. Good work.
Okay, and let's do the recipe that we have to do for narrative.
Start by washing
Cyborg Girl, I kind of agree with you. Nothing in this game is a metaphor. Everything is literally happening as depicted. The fact that we literally beat up those kids in the skate park and didn't just have a mind battle with them does suggest you're right.
Very good. First.
Okay, we've got to cut the fish.
Well done. That's what they sound, some ginger and garlic together.
Yeah, we can speed run this meal.
I knew you had my cooking gene. Add the spices to the ginger garlic.
Yeah, we're not having narrative conversations here. We're just talking about what the steps of the meal are, so I can just sprint this.
That really... Good. Light the stove. Very good. What else do you now we...
Last steps, we can sprint through.
Even... What am I saying?
Hey, London Cheesehead. Okay, so we've made that, which I think will... EA continued to do a decent thing accessibility-wise. Like, I'm not going to say that the EA is without flaws accessibility-wise, but for anyone who didn't catch it, about 2.5 years ago, I think it was August of 2021, EA started doing a thing called their Accessibility Patent Pledge, where they were basically like, hey, we're gonna make... if we have patented something that we do in our games that is helpful for accessibility, on a regular basis, we will just make a bunch of those patents available for royalty-free use, so that anyone from any developer can look at our patents and go, that's how you approach this problem, and then learn from that and make the same solutions in their games. Like, the big one in that first batch was the Apex Legends ping system for communicating without having to use voice chat with other people in a online multiplayer context. They did another batch of them in December of 2022, but alongside doing patents, they also made a piece of software open source, which I believe it was called Fortic, and it was a program for automatically detecting text on screen and detecting whether it meets the minimum standard recommendations for things like text size, contrast, and clarity. It's basically a tool for, like, automating a certain degree of art. Does it look like you're doing readability standards? And they did another batch of them today, which involved some visual navigation assist stuff from Mirror's Edge Catalyst. They made another piece of software open source, which is called Iris, which is a software for automating detection of potential photosensitivity triggers that can be used as, like, a first line of defense to, like, catch early on, that might be a problem. We should probably check with a consultant whether that's a problem. And that's just an open source bit of software that's available now. So, but well done, EA. I have problems with the idea fundamentally of people owning accessibility patents, but if you're gonna own them, at least make them royalty-free available to use, so there is some legal clarity that says, hey, other people do the shit we did.
Crispy on the outside, so you're over...
Okay, so we did the cooking. Auntie C, I need you to come to the body shop. Do not keep me waiting. Oh. Okay, yeah. I don't know how much further we're gonna go, but let's see what Auntie Chandra wants. Yeah, that bunny chow recipe, from what I could tell there, was just meat and curry served in a bread bowl. And that sounds delicious. But a bunch of flavorful sauce and served in bread you can dip into the sauce. Okay. Underlay's got some swag I might want. Okay, so we're just getting the catch-up text from the ex. What you want, Auntie Chandra?
Wow, this is a very intimidating group of women.
Jala, thank you for coming. I called you all because we need to talk about what's happening with these kids in town.
You really picked Jala for this job? Salma can't stand her, and I'm pretty sure Aisha has a burn book full of her yearbook photos. No offense.
Offense very much taken, thank you.
Soundy wouldn't let me in. She was my only option.
Oh, yeah. It has nothing to do with the torch you're still carrying for her.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you sounded jealous. Say one more word and you lose a bun.
You wouldn't dare.
Try me, princess.
Ladies, my shop is not the place for a cat fight.
I don't know, I'm quite enjoying the vibe.
Oh, good one, Auntie C.
Didn't two librarians pull each other's hair out over you right here last week?
What?
Oh, Auntie C's getting all the librarian interest, huh?
That's not... Ladies, let's remember what this is about. Kids.
Hey, frame into focus.
Do you think you're getting through to them, Jala? Convincing them to kick that soundy to the curb?
I think so.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
Ugh, famous last words.
Seriously. Uh-oh. They're ganging up on you now.
You have the same mindset as a teenager. Just speak their language.
A2, Auntie?
Echo, I agree. I'd get into a catfight for Auntie C.
Salma will barely talk to me. So I guess Jala is our only hope. God help us.
God abandoned us a long time ago. We live in hell.
That's the positive attitude I know and love, Tyler, dear. Go see what's going on at the park, Jala. Hopefully what you've done is enough.
Fingers crossed. How often does this game save? Yeah, I think this is probably where we're gonna wrap up. I think we come back on Monday, and we deal with the stuff at the park. Presumably have a boss battle with Tyler, and I would imagine finish the game. I feel like there's about 1 streams left of this to be done, would be my guess. Oh, I got some messages. Are any of them important? There we go. Yeah, I think we're going to call it here for tonight. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I hope you've been enjoying. I will be back with at least 1 more stream of this on Monday, 10 PM UK, 5 PM Eastern, 2 PM Pacific. I'm probably going to have a couple of other streams next week. Let me have a quick look at the schedule. So, Monday of next week, the PlayStation Access Controller review is going to be going up on accessibility, so you can find out a bunch of my thoughts and opinions about this. I'm probably going to do a stream. I need to check what the streaming embargo stuff is and how it lines up with the review embargo. I will probably do some streams next week where I play some games with the Access Controller on stream and answer a bunch of questions. Let me double check what else is coming up on the schedule. The Game Awards is on Thursday, which I will probably do the late night Game Awards stream, if for no other reason than to find out alongside all of you whether the Game Awards are going to respond to the fact that 75 members of their future class, this is the future of the games industry cohort, wrote a letter going, hey, fucking address what's going on in Palestine right now. We will get to play the fun game of does that matter or not to Jeff Keighley. So yeah, we'll probably live react to that on Thursday. There's probably some other bits of streaming going on next week. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I will be back with more of this on Monday. Goodbye.